Yo, 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 what's going on out there, fight world? This your boy Monty back with another one, fam. And this one here is on three big dogs in this fight game. We have Errol the True Spence Jr., the former unified WBC, IBF, and Super WBA welterweight world champion. Now he's at 154 pounds, looking to be a two-division world champion. Then we have Terence Crawford, the undefeated three-division world champion, the man that went undisputed in two different weight divisions, considered number one pound for pound to a lot of people. Then we have the King Canelo Alvarez, the four-division world champion, the undisputed super middleweight world champion, arguably the greatest Mexican fighter of all time, and most definitely one of the greatest to ever lace him up. Now, ladies and gentlemen and boys and girls all over the world, Canelo Alvarez came out and told everybody what I've been telling everybody, that he's not fighting Terence Crawford because it does nothing for him. Understand that. He gets nothing out of fighting Terence Crawford. This is the God-honest truth. You understand? Canelo would like to let him know. Go handle your unfinished business with Errol the True Spence Jr. You feel me? What made you even set your sights on me when you know it was a small possibility of you ever fighting me, and you said it out your own mouth? So why are these people in the uproar so pissed off at Canelo Alvarez? You understand? Terence Crawford once said, "I am not Superman. Y'all think I can go up to 168 and fight him? Him? And he is him. Canelo Alvarez is him. And y'all think that Terence Crawford can jump all the way to 168? 168. I don't give a damn how talented he is, how skillful he is. Do you know what comes with jumping to 168, putting on all that weight, and you never fought that before? I don't care how big you walk around at. I don't care about that. Terence Crawford will not make it at 168. He won't. He just won't. Now he got unfinished business that he can go take on with Errol the True Spence Jr., or he can go to 154 and do some other things up there and try to, enhance his legacy even more on a Hall of Fame career. But you're not getting Canelo Alvarez. You never was. And you knew it. But it was good to miss your name with him. Try to get a little more buzz going on your name. You dig? But you still have unfinished business with this killer right here and Errol the True Spence Jr. Now, we all know EJ is training right now. He's getting ready to make his comeback. Like I told everybody, he's going to 154 pounds after suffering his first defeat, right, against Terence Crawford in an undisputed bout, July 29th, 2023, where, Terence Crawford went out there and put on a masterful performance, and he defeated my guy. But my guy's not done. He's not finished. He's not over with. You dig? He will make a comeback, and he will be world champion again, and he will get back in the win column. But Errol Spence is the man that everybody wanted to see, get the rematch against Terence Crawford. And Terence Crawford even agreed to give him his rematch. But somewhere down the line, things changed up when he started setting his sights on Canelo Alvarez, because he felt like he can get Canelo and get a big bag, right? Maybe want to retire after he get the big bag with Canelo Alvarez, because with Canelo comes a lot of recognition, a lot of eyeballs. You understand what I'm saying? But Canelo knows that, look here, man, if I fight this dude who is 147 pounds after fighting a Jamel Charlo who was the undisputed champion at 154 pounds, ain't got no credit for Jamel, and then I go out there and I beat Terence Crawford, they're going to say he was too small and I was supposed to do that, and all I did was cherry pick him because I didn't want to fight who? David Benavidez. That's exactly what they're going to say. Even the ones that screaming they want to see Terence Crawford fight Canelo Alvarez right now. The main thing they're going to say is, with Terence Crawford, he dared to be great. He went all the way to 68. Canelo didn't want to make no arrangements of coming down to anything, but if Canelo would have came down to 54, Terence Crawford would have beat his ass. If he'd have came down to 160, Terence Crawford would have beat his ass. And he definitely wasn't going to come to 147 because he can't make 147. We all know how these games go. You understand? Now, this take nothing away from Terence Crawford, a fucking phenomenal talent, a hell of a fighter. You understand? And like I said, first ballot Hall of Famer. You did? Can't take that away from him. Can't take that away from him. Beat the man that everybody wanted to see him fight, and Errol the True Spence Jr. did in a spectacular fashion. But at the end of the day, he had obligations on that contract to where you knew it was a rematch in the clause. You understand? You know it was a rematch. You said it so many times that you got an unfinished business, and it doesn't matter what happened, you have to fight Errol Spence for a second time. You dig? So you should, regardless of what you think the number's going to be, regardless if you think the paycheck is going to be lesser than what you got at first, you need to fulfill your obligations. Fulfill your obligation as a man. Because you know Errol Spence did everything outside the norm to give you that shot at becoming undisputed for the second time when he didn't have to. He made a lot of sacrifices to make the fight happen. He even been out the ring 16 months. But because Errol Spence is a dog like that, he don't want tune-ups, and he believe in his skill set. Win, lose, or draw, he don't make no excuses, right? He was willing to still get into the ring with you. You did? And give you the biggest bag of your career, and the biggest win of your career, and the biggest buzz of your career. And really stamped your Hall of Fame career with having a name like him on your resume. Because outside of Errol Spence, everyone else you fought, you were supposed to beat the shit out of. You dig what I'm saying? So when we're looking at the situation now, fam, and you can't, fulfill them obligations as a man when you shook that man's hand and say you will fight him at 154, then turn around and say you might want it at 47 or you want more money and things of that nature, then turn around and say you're looking at Canelo Alvarez, a man that's being pursued by half of the fucking boxing world. Half of the boxing world. But because you beat Errol Spence, you think somehow that catapults you to be the number one guy for Canelo Alvarez over David Benavidez, who's in the same division as Canelo, who the whole world want to see fight Canelo Alvarez, who did more than enough, and I will admit that, who did more than enough, even going out there knocking out Demetrius Andrade, another man that wanted to fight Canelo Alvarez in impressive fashion, right? Going out there beating Caleb Plant, another man that fought Canelo Alvarez. You understand what I'm saying? Put himself in position and fighting the best of the best and deserve the fight. You think you is supposed to get the fight over him because you beat Errol Spence, a man at 147 in your weight class? Stop it. The thing is, it was buzz around Errol Spence and Canelo Alvarez fighting one another because of Texas, right? And because of who Errol Spence is and what he did at Jerry Jones Stadium, and the crowd that he bring in and the money that he makes, the money that Errol Spence make, the buzz that Errol Spence bring, and him and Canelo kind of made sense. You understand? It kind of made sense business-wise. Yes, Errol Spence's name is bigger than Terence Crawford, even right now. Errol Spence started at 147 opposed to Terence Crawford starting his career at 135 pounds. You know what I mean? So it was a lot more riding on Errol Spence beating Terence Crawford to fight Canelo than Terence Crawford beating Errol Spence trying to get a fight with Canelo. You understand what I'm saying? Understand the game, understand the business, understand the sport. If you don't bring in those type of numbers, if you're not bringing in that type of buzz, because like I said, Terence Crawford just got his biggest buzz fighting Errol Spence. We have to see what type of buzz he get now on his own if he don't fight EJ. So now that he's not getting a Canelo Alvarez fight, now that it look like he don't want to fight Errol Spence in the rematch, who will he take on, or will he retire? Because he said he would have retired if he didn't get the Errol Spence fight. So was Canelo just a fight that you was trying to get on the way out the door? And say, hey, since I beat Errol Spence, I did everything that I had to do to fulfill my obligation to the boxing world, and I'm done with it? Or was it just, I want to see if I can beat this guy and become, 3 times undisputed, and at the same time beat somebody like Canelo Alvarez that really solidified me in this game. You understand? So at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Canelo Alvarez been telling us that he wasn't fighting Terence Crawford. Montray-Brown been telling y'all that he's not getting the fight, regardless of what some of these content creators that be talking about, the ones that really try to push Terence Crawford is training for Canelo Alvarez, which shit was a lie, and I told y'all. You understand? Canelo is getting ready for either Jamal Charlo, David Benavidez, or Jaime Munguia. Those are his options. That I feel that is options. I'm not gonna say those are his options like I absolutely know, but I feel like those are the 3 names that he's really looking at and that he's considering for May the 4th, Cinco de Mayo weekend. You understand what I'm saying? Put some respect on Canelo's name and understand it's chess, not checkers, and that man move how he want to move because he the boss. He run his career. And he deserved that. He deserved that because he's carrying boxing on his back. Straight like that, whether y'all like it or not, fam. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. Give Canelo his just due. Shouts out to Terence Crawford. I wish him nothing but the best. Shouts out to my guy, Errol the Truth, Spence Jr., who I can't wait to see back in the ring. And most definitely, shouts out to King Nello. Can't wait to see you May 4th. Straight like that, and money be on to the next.